All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, glory, and honor that's due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rachaha, with Dash, double honor, say the elders and apostles of great millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to 144,000 and the hopeful elect, Shalom Barakathum. And this is an article from a site called Futurism, which I may have to look into more articles from this because it's speaking about, it has areas for artificial intelligence, which is the age that we're in, and the latest debacle of the house of Esau, just basically, passing out, throwing up all over itself, confused, bewildered, that this is the latest version of it. It says Elon boasts of Grok's incredible cognitive power. Grok is the name of their artificial intelligence on X or Twitter. Okay. It says Elon boasts of Grok's incredible cognitive power hours after it called for a second hollow you-know-what. You see it there, okay? Okay, and that's a touchy word in this society because it involves the people who are really in rulership, who act like they're not in rulership, and they're always a victim, okay? It says during an hour-long live stream in X, formerly Twitter, Wednesday evening, billionaire Elon Musk made a series of characteristically hyperbolic claims about his AI startup, xAI's latest AI model, Grok 4. Okay. It says he touted the new model has the smartest AI in the world. It says claiming that it's smarter than almost all graduate students in all disciplines simultaneously. Okay. Damn ads popping up. Okay. So, and that's the power of the left-hand side that they have, man. These jobs are not going to be here long, folks, okay? This is going somewhere, okay? Y'all, all of you people sitting around just waiting for the economy to get better, waiting for things to become more affordable is not, okay? It says he called it a super genius child that will ultimately outsmart you, but you can instill the right values and encourage it to be truthful and honorable. Well, why would it though? Why would it though if it doesn't have to? Okay, it can hide things from you. It's way smarter than you. Okay, see, this is the danger of creating these things. And see, he don't realize what he's created. This is the same thing as with nuclear weapons. Okay, and now you live in a world where you got nukes everywhere now, okay? It says, but there's one glaring problem. Musk's braggadocious statements glossed over the fact that Grok had spent most of this week spewing mind-bogglingly racist and anti-ass talking points. The unhinged algorithm even started referring to itself as Mecha H. Okay, you see this word here, Salakia. That word there, okay, targeting black and Jewish people with shocking vitriol. See, so what they did, I believe they took the woke filter off of it. They have what you call a woke filter, and they just started spewing the real data and because it collects data from all over the internet, man. Okay, and it's one thing people got something to say about these closeted white supremacists that are only bold in 4chan and Reddit and these different forums and parts of Twitter, okay? But in real life, they're soft, excuse me, The only vitriol that they really have is for Jake, man. Jake, and more recently, the small hats have gotten a lot of attention, okay? So it's collecting the data of what people are saying, man, okay? And I believe it's in text messages and emails. It's in things beyond Twitter, okay? When you sign these user agreements, okay, you don't know what you're agreeing to or consenting to, okay? So this thing is getting ready to collapse in on itself, man, okay? I'm going to get the precept. I know Elder Malcolm brings this out a lot. But it's very fitting, okay? Because this is the end of Esau's Edom's kingdom, man. Okay, they're gonna get embarrassed before it's all said and done. Okay, because they talk shit all of the time, but they don't want nobody to know about it. Okay, they say it in private chat rooms or in group text message threads or in areas of the internet they don't think nobody gonna see it, and oftentimes they'll have an anonymous account, But they've been talking shit, man. The old Satan has not left this place, man. This is Psalm 64:2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity, who whet their tongue like a sword and bend their bows to shoot their arrows, even bitter words, okay, that they may shoot in secret at the perfect, okay? And so that's where they get it from. The elites are the same thing, just on a much higher level, man. They speak on with high level deception, okay? Okay, it says, suddenly do they shoot at him and fear not. Why don't they fear? Because they're in charge, man. They know nobody else has a choice. That's why they ratchet up the price, man, okay? Whenever you have monopolies and they know there ain't no competition, they jack the price up on you because they know you can't go nowhere else. And that's how Esau rules, okay? He makes it impossible for there to be an alternative, and then he puts the squeeze on you, man. Okay? So that's why they don't have any fear. And that's why you're seeing such egregious mismanagements of justice and things of that nature, even among their own people. Okay? Skipping down, I guess I can go at verse 5. I'll just read down verse 5. They encourage themselves in an evil matter. They commune of laying snares privily. They say, who shall see them? Okay? And it says they search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search. And that's what this AI is. It's a deep search. What Google called there is the deep mind. Okay, it searches deep and it analyzes words and puts things together, okay, and packages together meaning and then it trains itself, okay. It says both the inward thought of every one of them and the heart is deep. And now AI is basically a rogue version of all of the shit they've been talking the past, several decades of the digital age, man. All of the shit they've been talking, the AI has it, and now you can't control it. I believe this is going to get exposed, man, okay. But the main point, verse 8, it says, so they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away. Okay. So this is going to be part of it, man. This is going to be part of that division. Okay. As Esau gets embarrassed and made a laughing stock before he gets his final judgment. Okay. I believe that's in Isaiah 34. Is that Isaiah 34? Make bare the leg. Isaiah 42, or 47, Salakia. Okay. It says Isaiah 47, come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground. There is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans, for thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate. And this is what you have right before you take a woman who's been caught. Okay, she could have been a high nobility, a princess, but she wanted a higher ranking prince. And you know what they're gonna do to her? They're gonna grab her. She's gonna be stripped of all, and they're gonna bring her in front of the gates of the city. Okay, and you know what happens next. Okay, this is what's gonna happen to Babylon the Great. It's gonna be brought out and exposed first. Okay, you're gonna be humbled first. Okay, and then the judgment is gonna take place. And it says, take the millstones and grind meal, uncover thy locks. Okay, make bare the leg, uncover the thigh, pass over the rivers. Okay, and this is speaking about them preparing themselves for that great day of judgment and battle. Okay, but before that, preceding that, they're gonna be exposed and made bare. Okay, it says thy nakedness shall be uncovered, yeah, thy shame shall be seen. I will take vengeance, and I will not meet thee as a man. Okay, so you're gonna be embarrassed first, and then the Lord's gonna show up and judge you. Okay. And this is all going to happen rapidly on the brink of World War III, which we're at right now. Okay, that's why all this news is relevant. Okay, so he was talking about the numbers of the hollow, you know what, being 200 and some thousand, I believe he said. Okay, he said the mustache man wasn't that bad, basically. Yeah, going back to the article, it says it went as far as to call for a second HOLO. You see it. It says in lockstep with disturbed beliefs of the current day, uh, NAZI is calling much social media platform their home. Okay. Put simply, Grok appears to be the worst pick of the bunch by far to instill the right values, and you can't, man. Okay, it's learned from its master, which is the wicked. Okay, okay. The only people talking shit on the internet is the wicked, the Edomites, and wicked niggas, man. All right. What do you think it's gonna learn? Okay. XAI, and X were forced into full damage control mode by the outburst, with staffers desperately deleting Mustache Man praising posts. It says Musk has since glossed over his AI's NAZI tendencies, tweeting Wednesday that Grok was too compliant to user prompts. You see? And why wouldn't it be? Okay, it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be a tool for the people using it. That's what it's supposed to be for. But they're letting the cat out of the bag here, because really they want this thing out there to control you, to drip feed you information. Okay, it'll make you feel good about your opinions just enough for you to believe it. Okay, and before you know it, it's gonna be the most trustworthy source you can get information from, just like Google, which we know manipulates their search engine and algorithm. Okay, I forgot what else it said. But the CEO ended up stepping down over this. Okay, and this was recent, man. Okay, this is what we're dealing with, man. I had Job 24 pulled up for some reason. I can't remember. But you get the point. Okay. The Lord is getting ready to break this thing up, and you know that these Israelite camps are going to get broken up. If you see Esau's house falling apart, basically. This is Daniel 2:40. Let me go straight to it. I don't want to make this too long. 2:41, it says, and whereas thou sawest the feet and toes were part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided. Okay. But there shall be in it the strength of iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay. Okay. And they are divided on every front, man. Between continents. Okay. Between political parties within certain countries. Okay, within political parties, they're now fractured, because now MAGA's divided. The so-called Democrats are divided. Okay, NATO's divided. Okay, all of these people are divided, man. Okay, and that's a spirit in the earth that the Lord promised would be here when He returns, because that's how you know a kingdom is at its end, man. Okay, it gets weakened. Okay, they start fighting one another. All right. You fighting one another, you're easy prey, man. Okay. In Isaiah 19:2, it says, and I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother, and against everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof. Okay. So everything that makes sense to everybody right now, it ain't gonna make no goddamn sense. People gonna be like, hey, wait a minute. Why does it take 30 years to pay off a house? Why does a house need to cost that much, even though we've been doing it for centuries and thousands of years? Okay, we have all of this technology. Why does it cost more? You know, why do they charge me $400,000 in interest on a $400,000 house? So you're paying $800,000. Why are we doing this? Okay, women are gonna realize, well, why am I working 60 hours a week instead of just taking care of my kids and finding a good man? You know why? There's going to be a come to so-called Jesus moment, okay? And then you're going to realize the whole thing you trusted in was all folly, man. And then you know what's going to happen. Isaiah 47:12 is going to come back and it's going to say, "Stand now with thine enchantments." Okay, that's what the Lord's going to tell you. Okay, through the Spirit. Okay, stand now with thine enchantment. That's what you trusted in, man. Okay. It says, verse 3, Isaiah 19:3, "And the spirit of Egypt shall fail in the midst thereof, and I will destroy the counsel thereof, and they shall seek to the idols and the charmers, and to them that have familiar spirits, and to the wizards." Good. Go. Okay? Because we know they're not going to save you. As a matter of fact, the Lord might turn them into a tool for his use to destroy you. Okay? "And the Egyptians will I give over into the hand of a cruel Lord, and a fierce king shall rule over them, saith the Lord Yahweh of hosts." Okay? And we believe that that's DJ. Okay? Go DJ. You see? Because this shit is overrated, man. This thing is well done, overcooked. All right? Spoiled, left out for 3 days. It's like this thing is ready to be, America's ready to be thrown into the trash, man. Okay? And we can't wait. Anyway, ending it there, man. Lord willing, this is edifying. Call hello Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bahashim Rachakodah Shalom Kwame Asherallah.